move Charlie the Barracuda yet. We'll wait and see what Honey Babe says. But I can go ahead and cut that board that I was talking about cutting. And I could go up to the safe house and put it in place today. I think that might be on my list of things to do right away. So speaking of the next project, here is where I'm at. I got a big pole barn up there that's leaned up against the wall. The connections to the wall are very questionable, and the poles are rotted out going into the ground. So I went up there the other day and I dug down under the poles and I put gravel down in the hole, and I got me a bag of concrete. And I'm going to cut this at an angle right in the middle so that I can put that in the hole, concrete the bottom, lean that against the pole, which is looks something like an old telephone pole, and bolt this to the old telephone pole in order to stabilize the bottom of that shed so that the shed is less likely to fall over when I climb up under it and start trying to reposition. So I've marked this with a good old-fashioned level. It lets me mark a 45, and I'm gonna run my saw this way and that way. I've got one of these kind of saws. We call that a skill saw. Skill is actually a brand name. It's actually a Ryobi, but Skill made these back in the 50s and picked up the name. My dad had a skill saw that weighed about, I bet about 60 pounds. Man, that thing was heavy. Whew. Mercy sakes. It would cut though. Now the other thing I'm going to do is drill holes through that post. I've got me some 8-inch lag bolts, and I'm going to lean this up against the post, drill a hole through it, hammer this in here, and then screw it into the other thing with my gun here. That's the plan. So the next thing I'm going to do is, I got a big drill, and I'll drill out some holes in that post to put those bolts into. This part's going to be down in the ground, so I'm going to put a couple of holes like up here, I think. That'll let my bolt go down through here. Alright, I'm going to put my tools away, strap these things back down on here, run up to the safe house, and concrete's already up there. Okay, I'll gather up what I need and we'll go. Okay, tubers, here's what I'm up to. You see this building here, it's got a really nice brick wall here, and if you look up there, you can see the ends of some good sized bolts that come through the wall. Well, those bolts bolt the ceiling up there. If you get the angle just right from here, you can see daylight between this roof and this wall. And if you come in on the ladder up here, you can see that daylight up there. What we got here is we got some massive bolts through the brick wall, and right now this roof is sitting on the head of one of them right here, and this board that it used to be attached to is rotted out. Now this here is still good. These 2x6s rafters are good, but this bolt, this is rotted away because water has gotten in behind it. So what I'm going to build is a threaded rod that's bent like a U, and you can see here it needs to come down 12 inches plus the length of the board that I'm going to put under that. I've got a 16-foot 2x6 right here. I'm going to bend a threaded rod, and I'm going to build an L on the end of it with 2 holes in each side so that I can put that board on top of that L and turn the bolts and pull this roof up. And it needs to be done all the way across there. Now what I can do when that board comes up is I can nail it to the bottom of these here, and that'll create a new support for that. I'll probably have to pull this old one down, which I'm not going to mess with right now because I don't want to create a situation where it could fall. And what it's got holding it up is that, and see, these beams here are rotted out. So I just bought these, showed you these boards here, but there's nothing holding them in there. So I poured a bag of concrete in here, and I'm going to go buy another bag of concrete and pour it in here, and but I'm going to need more. And then we'll wet that and let it dry. And then when I come back next time, well, I'll go home and make my U-bolts. And then when I come back, they'll at least have some support to keep that from pulling away from the building. So I need my measurement to be like this. The bottom of that U needs to be 12 inches, plus the size of a 2x4 would be about 2 inches. So about 14 if I wanted to, yeah, if I wanted to go 15 inches just for good measure. Or even 16, because I'm going to build a little leg on each side of this L so that that thing will stay horizontal when I jack it up. That's my plan. That's what I'm working on right now. That's my new project. So I'll go get some more cement and we'll be back.